Let's discuss the 7 deadly sins if they were video game characters, starting with pride. People who are prideful are usually self-important and arrogant, which Handsome Jack fits into perfectly.
Come and get me.
Handsome Jack is the main villain of Borderlands 2, the CEO of Hyperion and professional jack-off. Jack is a charming gentleman who fans of the franchise adore.
Kill yourself.
Jack fits all the characteristics of textbook narcissism, a lack of empathy and exploitative behavior and using his own daughter as a CCTV for an entire planet, a sense of entitlement and thinking he's the hero of the story, and not to mention unwarranted criticism when he just talks shit in your ear out of nowhere. Not to mention all of his poses scream pompous dickwad. He's a complete asshole, but he's our asshole because nobody can hate him. He's one of the best characters in the franchise and one of the most well-written villains in gaming. Too bad the hiring team got lazy and hired shitty writers for Borderlands 3. Laziness is another deadly sin. The sin of sloth. Sloth is when you're lazy as fuck, and Snorlax is a shining example of that. Snorlax is the literal definition of a sleeper agent. You summon him, he's sleeping. You put him back in his Pokeball, he's still sleeping in there. Another lazy ass character is Sans. He has the underworld at his fingertips and yet he does nothing because he knows that you can save your game. He knows what's gonna happen next because he can see the future. He knows when you save, when you reload, when you eat, sleep, piss and shit. Every movement you do is tracked, so if you're on his naughty list, good luck, pal. It's always those with power who are lazy and don't wanna do jack shit. But this next character might be hungry for a little too much power.
This gun doesn't seem to work.
I don't know. Looks like it works to me.
Marcus is another character from Borderlands and he is an interplanetary arms dealer. His only concern is how to fuck your wallet sideways again on this fine day. Kind of like a Wall Street cuck but actually likable. Marcus makes money when you buy ammo, a gun, or a storage deck upgrade. Keep in mind, these are not cheap. Considering the number of active players Borderlands 3 has and the fact that Marcus is present in all 3 games, this fucker easily has more than enough money for 100 billion Big Macs. Also, he somehow owns every vending machine you use on every single planet. How the fuck did they get there? Think about the amount he rakes in from each Borderlands game. This guy's richer than every drug lord, politician, tech CEO, Arabian prince, and the entirety of Yemen, Madagascar, Liberia, and Zimbabwe combined times 3. His focus now is branching out further into space. He's the Mr. Krabs of Borderlands. That's why he is the sin of greed. Lust is defined as having strong sexual desire and objectifying someone, and nobody embodies lust as much as Geralt is the main protagonist of the Witcher games and plays Gwent all goddamn day in order to upgrade his deck and get better cards. Gwent, collect them all! Oh, and he also needs to find his daughter Ciri. Geralt fucks 2 women on the regular. Triss was his lover in Witcher 2 when he had amnesia, and Yennefer is the main lover in the books in The Witcher 3. Outside of that, he has side chicks that he fucks whenever he's in town.
Except for the 2 of us and Ciri. Geralt has slept with every woman on this ship.
Don't worry, it's only a matter of time in your case.
His Witcher pheromones bewitch every woman who comes into contact with him. He should be an honorary member of the School of the Cat with all of the pussy he gets. We have Geralt's unspoken Riz, and then we have Bowser, who's literally just a predator. This guy kidnaps Princess Peach on the regular. He just does not know boundaries. Bowser, you're a global terrorist wanted for kidnapping, attempted murder, attempted global domination, attempted genocide, animal cruelty, and several other war crimes. The resume ain't looking too good, brother. And then when Peach rejects you, you get angry and blame her for it? That's peak incel if you ask me, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of anger, wrath is defined as a strong feeling of hatred with a desire for vengeance. And nobody's angrier than Big Daddy Kratos is the big bad wolf of the gods. Olympus has a meeting and Kratos is right outside, ready to burn everything down or burst in and yell, "These hands are rated E for everyone." You see, Kratos was a servant of Ares once upon a time, then Ares betrayed Kratos, leading to the death of Kratos' wife and kid, which made Kratos want to
kill Ares, drink his blood, rip him limb from limb, and mount his head on his wall.
Which he did. And then Zeus got involved, which made Kratos want to
decimate Zeus and kill everything he holds dear.
Which he also did, but he killed every god that got in his way in the process too. Kratos emits the anger of 1,000 boiling suns, like a dying neutron star. He knows he's gonna die, but he's gonna at least take out as many gods as he can with him. Nowadays he's more muted now that he's exacted his revenge and has taken anger management lessons with Mimir every second Tuesday of the month. But someone whose anger is never quenched is Trevor Phillips.
I kinda got a little angry.
Unlike Kratos, even when Trevor has no reason to get angry, he's still angry. He's pissed because he's a psychopath, just like Tuco. If you're nice to him, he's pissed. If you're a dick to him, he's still pissed. I think he just likes being angry. Trevor's like a spoiled kid throwing a tantrum, which is way scarier than 1,000 boiling suns, because have you ever seen 1,000 boiling suns? Yeah, I think the fuck not. Trevor's the prime example of what happens if you don't keep your anger in check. It consumes you. And while we're on the topic of consuming, next up is gluttony, which is basically greed but food. The mark of a gluttonous bastard bastard as they see food and inhale it like it's air. And who eats more than Kirby? It's literally his shtick to inhale anything and everything in his path. Kirby's eaten a tree, a train, an 18-wheeler, a fucking tank, a chef, and soon enough he'll start eating the entire universe. I'm convinced that Kirby likes eating people more than he likes eating food, and so he deliberately gets himself into all of these situations so he can have an excuse to eat more people. Kirby will eat you and your entire family for lunch and the rest of your relatives for dinner. You cannot escape. Kirby is Legion. Kirby is God. Last on the list is envy. Envy is essentially just extreme resentment towards someone because of jealousy. And there's no one more jealous than Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. She's so jealous that she alters the fabric of reality just to get with you. The moment she realizes that she's just a visual novel character, she starts altering the personality of other characters, making them unlikable, and later just offs them because she doesn't like them talking to you. And she's so fucking clingy that you can't even skip her dialogue, and you can only shut her up for good if you delete her file from your game folder. But of course, majority of weebs can't delete her because she's the only girl that will ever love them.
Just Monica.
That's all 7, so I think I'm done here. Leave a death threat if you didn't like the video, don't do school drugs, and stay in drugs, kids. Goodbye.